6 days after the biggest IPO in human history, SpaceX made a move that has nothing to do with rockets. They spent $60 billion on a coding company. This is that story, the deal. On Tuesday, June 16th, 4 days after ringing the Nasdaq bell, SpaceX announced its acquisition of Cursor, an AI coding startup, for $60 billion. Cursor builds a popular tool that uses artificial intelligence to help software developers write, edit, and review code faster. Since its founding in 2022, the company experienced explosive growth, crossing $1 billion in annualized revenue and earning a spot on the CNBC Disruptor 50 list. SpaceX is paying for the entire acquisition in Class A common stock. The market reaction. The moment this deal was announced, something remarkable happened. SpaceX shares gained roughly 16% in a single day of trading. That single jump pushed the company's market capitalization above both Amazon and Microsoft, making SpaceX the fourth most valuable company in the entire United States. 4 days after its IPO, SpaceX was already bigger than two of the most established technology companies in history. Why this makes sense? To understand why SpaceX wants Cursor, you have to understand the bigger plan. SpaceX merged with xAI earlier in 2026, bringing Grok, Colossus, and X under one roof. It signed a deal worth hundreds of millions per month with Google for AI computing. It announced plans for 1 million AI satellites in orbit. Acquiring a coding tool company fits directly into this strategy. As SpaceX builds out massive AI infrastructure, in data centers, in orbital satellites, across its various platforms, having strong in-house AI development tools becomes critical. Cursor gives them exactly that. This $60 billion deal represented only about 3.4% dilution of SpaceX's IPO valuation. For a company of this size, that's a remarkably small price for a major strategic acquisition. The pattern. This is not an isolated move. In the same week, SpaceX also struck a major deal renting out its Colossus AI data center capacity to Anthropic, one of the most prominent AI labs in the world. Two major AI-related deals, 1 week, both announced within days of becoming a public company. The pattern is clear. SpaceX isn't simply diversifying, it's positioning itself to compete directly in the AI infrastructure race against Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and every other major AI player on Earth. 6 days ago, ordinary investors bought shares in what they believed was a rocket company. Since then, that company has signed a monthly AI computing deal worth hundreds of millions, launched a Falcon 9 mission, recovered cancer research from the International Space Station, experienced an anomaly on its most important next-generation rocket, and acquired a $60 billion AI coding company. The pace hasn't slowed for a single day. Follow for part 13 because this story isn't finished.